WAPN Holly Hill, Florida at 91.5 FM and WAPB Madison, Florida at 91.7 FM.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to WAPN 91.5. I am Becky Leggett, the Economic Development Manager for the City of Holly Hill, and you are listening to Holly Hill Business Spotlight on WAPN. So we are fortunate today to have Al and Mary from River Lily Bed and Breakfast. So Al or Mary, let's start by you telling me the full name of the bed and breakfast and the location.
Good morning, Holly Hill listeners and everybody else out there. Yes, my name is Mary Malaqui, and we have the River Lily Inn Bed and Breakfast and Polly's Tea Room. That's inside the River Lily Inn Bed and Breakfast in Holly Hill. And we bought it, we were just discussing that 5 years ago. We have bought it 5 years.
Nice. Yes, I've been to Polly Tea Rooms once, and we've got plans to go back again. And if you have not had lunch there, the lunch is fantastic, but it's more of an experience. So I highly suggest you go. So how long have you been operating in that location?
Thank you for the compliment on Polly's Tea Room. Because the River Lily Inn is such a unique Victorian building, and a Victorian dining room inside, as well as the plenty of features from the good old days around the bedrooms and the suites in the inn. So we've been there for just over 5 years now. It's been a bed and breakfast for over 40 years, so it's very established, and the house itself is 130 plus years old, as far as we can determine.
That's so neat. It's such a pretty inn as well, and it's just so neat that it has that history to it. So you're in Holly Hill, of course. What's the best part of being a Holly Hill business?
What I find most interesting about Holly Hill, it's a small community, and and what the benefit to that is, it's almost like a family. To meet other people and to help other people. And in a past life, I did economic development, and I was astounded by the diversity of small businesses in Holly Hill. Is you could just about find anything that you need on a one-to-one basis. It's not like off-the-shelf help. It's like, what does you need to do, and we could do it. And that's because you're talking usually directly to the proprietor, the owner,
right.
That individual.
Yep.
And I found they always go the extra step, the extra mile to satisfy or fulfill your need.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really impressed by the caliber of business owners we have here. And like you said, the diversity. I don't think many people realize how many businesses are in Holly Hill, but there are a lot.
And I would say Holly Hill chose us, really, because the inn was here.
Yeah.
We had friends who live on Silver Beach, just across the road, and they told us about it, and they said, you've got to come and see this bed and breakfast. It's got your name on it. And at that point we said, no, we want to move to Florida, we want to retire, but we don't know if bed and breakfast is what we wanted to do. But we came, we saw, we fell in love.
Oh, good. And now you're so glad you did it, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about how the community has supported your growth.
It goes back, I think, to what I was just saying about the uniqueness of it here. We can walk into the city of Holly Hill and find someone to talk to. People answer the phone. It's just being in a smaller community is a lot more intimate.
It is.
And the help that we've had, we support Holly Hill by coming to the National Night Out. We belong to the museum, support the museum, and just try and give back and give and take with the city.
Well, thank you for that.
A little bit is that to not to our credit, but to the prior owner's credit, Art and Polly, who had it almost 14 years prior to us, they were quite established. And as Mary said, it was Brad and Darlene before that had it as a bed and breakfast, and they had established themselves here in the community. And Polly was very much out and about and giving. And the more we're involved in this small community, the more you make friends.
Absolutely.
And the more friends that you make, the closer they are and the willing they are to help you and support you, which is something you don't find in a larger community.
Right. Yep. I agree 100%. So tell me about a challenge you've had and how'd you overcome it?
Well,
I wouldn't say it's a challenge, but when we first bought the inn, it was straight after COVID, so obviously it took a little while for people to realise we were up and running again.
Right.
But because of the established clients that Polly and Art had, we picked up business. We've now got a lot of repeat guests coming. But and when we opened the tea rooms about 2 years ago, the challenge is letting people know that we're there.
Right.
We use a lot of social media, it's word of mouth, a lot of recommendations come in. But something like this hopefully is going to be a boost for us to let people know that we're open every Wednesday and they can come to a local establishment and just enjoy lunch.
Oh, absolutely. And what are the times they can come on Wednesday?
On Wednesdays, please book in advance because we do everything fresh that morning and we take bookings every 30 minutes. So from 11 o'clock through to 12:30 being the last booking. But
Okay.
just call us and we'll find a time that works for you. We always check people have got food allergies these days. It's very important, and then we kind of make it to order for you.
I love that. I love that. So what's something someone may not realize about your bed and breakfast?
well, one of the things they don't realize is how long the bed and breakfast has been there. I mean, 40 years is a generation. And how we sit so far back off of Riverside Drive, they don't realize we sit on just 1.41 of an acre, which is a good size lot, so to speak, but primarily is the pool. The pool, if it wasn't the largest or the oldest, it's the second oldest or largest in all of Volusia County. It was built over 78 years ago.
That's amazing.
And it's a heart-shaped pool. It was modeled after the actress James Mansfield, and it was built in that fashion. And with the used to have the diving board and a slide, and has a waterfall. And we just got through resurfacing. It's been my nemesis since acquiring the property because it took so much TLC to get it up and going and maintaining it. But having a bed and breakfast building as old as the River Lily is, it's a labor of love.
Right.
You have to enjoy what you're doing, and you have to be expected that you're going to be doing something all the time.
Right.
If you were 130 years old, you'd need a lot of upkeep and maintenance too.
Absolutely.
And I would say through this opportunity, it's so many people say, I've driven past there for years and years and years and I've never been in there. Please pull in, come and say hello, introduce yourselves. If we've got the time, which we try and make the time with our staff, we'll take you for a walk around. That's the best publicity we can get, is for people to come in.
Absolutely.
And see it.
Yeah, if you just go in and just take a little tour and see what it's all about, I'm sure you'll want to have lunch there.
Well, the rooms are beautiful. They're all slightly different. They've all got their own character. And we're in Florida, so you have a lot of family and friends that want to come and visit you.
Absolutely.
So, we make a joke of it and we say, if the in-laws are coming, send them to us. They can stay with us. We'll take care of them, and you've still got happy families. So
And it's got a beautiful view of the river and the bridge.
it's
and
different
yeah,
every day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. One of the interesting things, again, even though we've been there 5 years now, to the credit to the past proprietors, is that every book has kind of a journal in it, and people write their stay and their experience and what they are. And what's been so remarkable is that we're getting people to this day that were there 10 years ago, came back, and found their name in the book, and they got all excited. And
Yeah,
they had
that's
their
neat.
wedding there or their anniversary there, and they come back and they find what they wrote there. And then the other thing, that they would find somebody else that they knew that had been there because they seen their name in the book. They say that variety is the spice of life. And the bed and breakfast is at the top of the shelf because you get so many different people. If you're a people person, the bed and breakfast is the place for you.
Right.
If you're looking for just a business, that's not going to be enough. You gotta love and want to talk and enjoy people because people come and we sit down often and visit with them at breakfast and the stories and the relationships. And one more astounding thing, I don't want to be hogging the mic here, is that we've had people come just coincidental and sit at one table and then they would sit together, of course, very European style bed and breakfasts or what you call when they over there, family style,
Right.
And they have relations, or they've been to the same place, or they did the same thing. We had two couples that were real pirate fans, and they had been to many of the other events and fairs, and they started showing pictures, and they were at the same places together, and all of a sudden that night they're down there playing games with each other, and one's brought some rum from Cuba, and it was sharing it with the other, and it's the uniting, it's the joy of that interconnection. It's very personal at a bed and breakfast, unlike a hotel or a motel. Nothing wrong with that, but you interact and you get that appreciation. It's coming home.
Yeah, it's more personal. It's more personal. I like
Absolutely.
that. And it really is a small world, isn't it?
Yes.
So you mentioned weddings briefly. So tell me a little bit more about that. Do you have wedding packages, or how does that work?
We do on our website have a wedding package just to give people guidelines, but we try not to be cookie cutter. We know that every couple have their own dreams of their big day. So we invite them to come and talk to us, tell us what their budget is. I've done a wedding veil renewal for 2 people up to we have weddings around 70, 75. That's a good number for us. We have a wedding pad at the front, especially
Right.
created and constructed for that, and a large space at the back where people can put up tents or have their reception afterwards and their dancing. But the beauty of it is one of the rooms is called the River Lily Suite. It's like a princess room. It's wonderful. It has skylights. The photographers love it for the natural light for the photos before while the bride's getting ready. And then the whole event, they rent the whole house out, so they've got 7 suites for their families to stay in, and it becomes, instead of a rush to go to a reception, everyone goes home, they can all get up and have breakfast together the next day, and it takes it back to what we've saying all along. It's such an intimate way of getting together with families.
Well, in the weddings, the tea room, could be 38, 40 people comfortably. And the opportunity is for boutique weddings also, for those smaller ones, 30, 40, like Mary said, 50. We could get up to 100 or more. We have a 20 by 40 tent we put up with the lights and everything.
Okay.
And at the river, and when at night, especially early spring and into the fall, we get that breeze off the river, and it's just so nice. And we have the garden. We have the fountain garden and the pool area, which has seating for over 78 people outside.
Nice.
So when they do come and have their wedding, it's more intimate because the whole wedding party is staying there. They get the whole house. They get the tea room. They get the lounge. They get the living room. And then they get to go out in the garden, and we have lights everywhere. It's really the typical Florida romantic setting where people could come and enjoy themselves and spread out and talk. They're not traveling. They don't need to worry about drinking and driving or eating or meeting, and they're there and they just mingle and they feel at home, which makes us feel good too.
I love that you said romantic, because that's what comes to mind when I think of weddings that you're in, because you're in so pretty, so intimate, and it's got that romantic feel to it. So if someone wants that intimate romantic wedding, I think your place would be the perfect place.
So many photo opportunities as you walk around the grounds, and
All the live oaks, we're blessed with such huge live oaks that give that majestic Florida, feel to it, and the sitting area and the garden. It makes even that much more relaxing.
I love that. I love that. Is there anything else exciting going on with the bed and breakfast right now?
yes, there is. We just had a very successful, our first evening dinner party. We've thought about it for a long time, and I know the previous owners, they would do dinner parties, but we waited till we had the right staff on board and we could manage it. And we did a murder mystery event evening. It was excellent. The local company wrote the play about the River Lily Inn.
Okay.
So everything was based on the original builder of the inn, Mr. Mabet.
And historical people in Florida.
Local historical
that's neat.
people. And we're going to redo it on November the 6th, I think, is a date that they've given us. It'll be a Friday night. It will sell out, because this one sold out. But it was just a fun evening, interactive.
Nice.
So the cast selected a few people to help them during the evening. And there were lots of oohs and ahs going on and just jokey, interactive. And it was a success. We're really happy about that.
Right. Now, the next one, is it going to be a different murderer? So the reason I'm asking, can you tell me who the murderer was at the last one? Or would that, give it away?
No,
Okay.
no.
This next one is going to be the same. It's called The Botanist's Last Bloom.
Okay.
Because it was written, say, about the poison lily.
Okay.
So The Botanist's Last Bloom. After that, next year, we've got another couple in the pipeline about prohibition.
Oh,
With
okay.
us having a famous rum runner just down the road in Holly Hill.
Right, right.
So the next one we're going to write is going to be about rum running and prohibition in Holly Hill. So they're always going to be localized.
Oh, I
about
love
local
that.
characters.
That just makes it more special.
Yes.
Yeah.
The gal, the production company, wrote the script specifically. Went, as I said earlier, went and found people in Florida history and incorporated that around. And with Bill McCoy now, they'll probably incorporate this with the Rum Runner. And we put a limit of 32 people. As I mentioned earlier, we could probably sit 40 in the dining room. It's a little tight then. And then people came and says, "Oh, my daughter's here. I have to bring her." I do. And we landed up giving in. And we had over 35 people there,
Okay.
Which was a little bit more than we liked. And, you know, whenever you do something, you learn. There's always key things. And we're going to beef up the AC unit because the house was not built to support that. We're going to put some mini splits in the dining room here before the next event.
Okay.
We did a prime rib. We gave them a choice of a 16-ounce prime rib. Well, I cut the pieces so big. I mean, I just no, give it more. I mean,
I don't think anybody's going to complain about that.
I grew up. My mother was Puerto Rican. My father was Italian. The one staple thing when growing up is you eat. And so we landed up giving them either salmon, which was great with rice, or the prime rib with mashed potatoes, and the food was just overflowing, and the people enjoyed that. And the only thing is, I'll be honest, it was just so hot because we had an event prior that day. Was it a shower or?
Yes.
We had a shower, so we had a lot of activity in and out of the house, a lot of people. And as Mary said earlier, we have an incredible set. We have local people. They just come. It's a part-time. They're not our employees, really, because they only come if there's an event or something going on.
Okay.
But they're dedicated, they're committed, and they really give the attention to everybody that's there when they get to come. And I was real proud of the whole staff. If they're listening or if they're there, I'll tell you that again and again, and how everyone stepped up. I mean, if you hadn't been there, you really missed something unique. I mean, to be there and experience the dinner party and everybody else exchanging, even the guests that came to eat, talking with each other and enjoying.
Because it was so warm in there, we finished the evening by saying part of your experience tonight was to understand how it was in the 1900s with no air conditioning.
That's
in
great.
Florida. So we tried to joke it off that way.
I like that. Yeah, and I can give kudos to your staff, too. When I went for the Polly's Tea Lunch, they were just all fantastic. You do have a great staff. So tell our listeners where they can find you online. I know you have Facebook. Do you have other social media accounts?
We have two Facebooks. One is the River Lily Inn,
Okay.
and then the other one is Polly's Tea Room. So
Oh, okay.
Polly's Tea Room will tell you about the events that are going to take place at the tea room. And we have a lot of baby showers and bridal showers and events like that. So at the weekends, on a Saturday or Sunday, you're welcome to book for a private party such as that. There is Instagram. That's not my generation, but Carmen, my office manager, takes care of that. We have a website. The website is riverlilyinn.com, which is quite straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go on to that, there is a little tab on there which says tea parties. That would tell you about our tea parties.
Perfect.
Because the highlight of our month really is our once a month high tea that we do. We
Mm-hmm.
do a traditional high tea experience. We call it high tea experience because everybody will sit down at the same time at 2 o'clock on a Sunday. We serve, I bake the scones, Al makes a homemade soup. We do the traditional kind of finger sandwiches and cakes and pastries. But we interact with our group. We celebrate birthdays. We play tea party bingo. We have trivia of whatever the month is, if it's a season that I can find fun facts about. So it's a fun event. And
Nice. That sounds fun.
yes, and
Yeah.
there's information and the dates are on our website, which is riverlilyinn.com.
Easy enough. riverlilyinn.com.
Yes.
So if someone is visiting your bed and breakfast for the very first time, what should they expect?
To eat a lot. At breakfast, and when I'm in town, which hopefully is going to be more and more, if not Mary's there, and I cook you breakfast. I want you to cook for what you want. I mean, sometimes people are, what would you like? An omelet? Do you want, a Western? Do you want this or that? And they go, they're kind of surprised and like, no, we give you bacon and all that. And one person, I came back and you want some more bacon? Oh, I can have more. Yeah, you could have more and all that. So they can expect to get a good size breakfast. We offer everyone that stays there complimentary, water, pop, ice cream. The fat.
tradition that
That's her
Polly left
tradition.
behind.
Yeah, they had the Klondike bars, and they're hard to get now. So we use the Fat Boys, the big old ice cream sandwiches.
I love Fat Boys. Too much.
we fill the freezer up with them, and then we always have snacks and granola and all that. We tell them, and again they're surprised, and like they're going out for the day. Well, take some water, take some with you. That's fine. So they're going to eat and drink and be merry.
So Al's going to feed you folks.
Absolutely, and it's my pleasure to kind of do
if
that.
it's me cooking, you'll get an English breakfast.
Yeah.
You might even get baked beans and mushrooms and traditional
Fried
tomatoes.
tomatoes.
But the first thing that surprises them when they come into the inn is that we have a life-size cardboard cutout of the Queen there.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
That is
expected
neat.
to come in and curtsy, and so I think that always.
Oh, I didn't do that
amuses
last
people.
time. I'm going to have to do that next time.
Yes, yeah.
And the king,
and
the
king
king.
now. So, but generally, they come in and it's like stepping back in time. It's just very homely in there, and we've particularly left it that way. A lot of the furnishings were what we inherited when we bought the inn, so it's just very comfortable. The rooms are spacious, and what amazes me over the years, say 35 years ago when they converted it, is the size of the bathrooms. I mean, to have an old house like that with spacious bathrooms in every suite.
That is surprising.
Yes.
And we have a baby grand piano. The prior owners had that, and Art was gifted. He played the piano. Alfred would play.
Okay.
So I had to get one that played itself, since
Right.
I don't play the piano. So people come in there and I look like I'm playing the piano. But we've had a lot of guests then get behind there and play the piano, and we would sing, and we would talk, and that would be that's just, again, community. It's it's feel like you're home away from home.
It's a neat touch.
A lot of our guests are repeat guests. They come again.
Which says a lot, right?
Yes, Bike Week, some of them have been coming for 14, 15 years, the same people over again, which is great
Yep.
for family because then they leave, so
Right.
they're not there all the time. And you mentioned the River Lily Inn Suite, which is we call the Honeyman Suite, very provincial, very grand. It opens to the veranda that overlooks the river, and shares the veranda with another suite, which is really, takes your breath away. And they're large. They're large rooms and enjoyable.
Nice. So what's next for the River Lily?
Well, around the pool area, we have one more task there. We want to get the waterfall running again. It has a Coquina Rock waterfall, which we need to re-engineer.
We resurfaced it all, replumbed it all, everything. It's virtually, when we first get it, it leaked a lot, and everyone said, "Oh, you need to fill it in or put something else," and I just didn't want to because the nostalgia of the pool there.
Right.
So for the last 4 years, and we finally got it. We got it all resurfaced. We just put new skimmers in. We're going to redo the deck, and a lot of people had interest of having pool parties or an evening there. What we don't do, and I'm surprised we do more of, is small corporate meetings, where you have that intimacy of 10 or 12, even, or 15 up to 20, to comfortably be in the inside, and then in the evening going outside. Like I said, we have enough seating to accommodate in the fountain garden, which is large with all the lights and everything, and it's just, it gives that social setting, that Florida setting outside.
We've hosted spa weekends and holistic weekends with Holistic House locally here, and we do have a retreat. Benedict Advertising are coming in a couple of weeks. But as far as what we're going to do next, leading up to Christmas, people are starting to call about their Christmas parties. So please, if anybody listening wants to book a party, as long as you've got 16 or more, you can have a private day of the week, a private party in the month of December. The first Friday in December, it's become a tradition now for the 4th year. Santa Claus comes
Oh, nice.
on the first Friday of December. The local realtors organise all of it. We offer them the facility, but they come in and their children get face painting and cookies with Santa and free photos. They bring in professional photographers. So the local realtors really...
They had some young kids from the high school band playing out there,
yes,
and we decorated pretty much with a lot of lights and Christmas. And what was really joyful for me is that we had dozens of little kids running all around the yard. I mean, what a joyful event! And I mean, they were just running around, and the realtors were there, and they were giving, out, hot cider and some wine for the parents as the kids. And what was most interesting is they had like a professional Santa Claus come, and that was free. It's a courtesy. It's open to anybody in Holly Hill. I mean, you don't have to be. I mean, when we have that event, if you have a child and you want to have them come and sit in Santa's lap and get a picture, you're welcome to come to the River Lily Inn. We want to share that.
I love that. We are out of time, but before we end, I want to make sure everybody knows where to find you. So your website is riverlilyinn.com.
Yes.
What's the address?
558 Riverside Drive, directly across from Ross Point Park. Thank you for redoing the children's playground there. It's beautiful.
It looks better.
So, yes, we're on Riverside Drive, 25 miles an hour, stick to the speed limit.
Yes.
And, come and knock on the door and introduce yourselves to us.
Perfect. And they've got River Lily Inn Facebook.
Yes.
And Polly's Tea Room Facebook.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been wonderful. And to all your listeners out there, thank you for listening and have a blessed day.
Thank you.